beautiful soul, welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Natalie and this is Be a Free Spirit. The focus of this channel is to bring the unconsciousness to the light to guide you through ascension. So I focus a lot on the self-love, self-awareness, self-growth, anything to do with the self. So if that's something that interests you and you haven't already subscribed, then consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. I do post about 2 to 3 times a week. So today's video is a collective reading. So I've done 2 of these in the past, and they are timeless. So whenever you're seeing this, it was in alignment. These messages are for you at this time in your journey. If you feel really called and connected to me and you really feel like you align with my energy, then you're part of the collective. So there's just a, small collective of energy, of souls, right, who come together, and energy is really just kind of build off of each other, right? And there's kind of this growth and these codes that are shared within this collective. And so, yeah, if you resonate with my energy, then these messages will definitely be for you. I also have just like 3 little mini groups because I definitely feel like a rise in energy with my collective. I feel just like a lot of new different energies coming in. So I want to kind of start breaking down those energies and giving everyone a little bit more specific messages. So we're going to kind of start with kind of just the overall message of this collective. And I do want to kind of also say that this is a very almost like galactic cosmic energy. I felt really called to cosmic energy maybe the past month. So I've been studying actually galactic heritages. I'm reading the Prism of Lyria. So definitely I will probably put out a lot more cosmic type content as I'm kind of following that. So let me know if you guys are interested in that and if you're kind of feeling called to that type of stuff as well. So even if you're not really into that, this reading is still going to give you relevant messages, but there is definitely pulling some of that strong galactic energy, especially because you are watching this when I posted it. There's a lot of energy happening right now with all the retrogrades and just with everything happening with the planets. So I just feel like there's a lot of strong energy and a lot of strong, my cat accidentally hit that. So anyways, so I just wanted to kind of put that out there too and just see if that is really resonating for anyone else in the collective. But before we get into the reading, I just want to mention that if there's anything in this reading that doesn't resonate, just take what does and leave the rest. This is getting to be a bigger and bigger collective and will always continue growing. So you just have to use your intuition and trust it. It is guiding you towards the right path. So, and I completely trust you guys and your intuition, okay? So let's just jump straight into the reading. So I'm going to start with kind of the general messages for the collective, and then we'll jump into the mini kind of pick a cards for each group. So before we kind of start to see what this kind of next kind of month's theme is really, I just want to kind of give a brief summary of really what the past 2 collective messages have been, because it kind of seems like it's all in sync, right? The first collective message was kind of all about almost starting to seed manifestations, right? To start dreaming about, okay, I'm ready to be this. This is what I aspire to be. Kind of starting to align to the energy that you want to be a part of. That's really what the first collective message was about. And then the second collective message was really about it's time to start stepping into that power. And now that, those kind of things have been visualized and, that energy's been recognized, now it's time to start feeding the energy, right? And to start planting the seeds to, the time has come to really start kind of working hard, right, on getting them seeded and watered and nurtured and getting that energy kind of built up, getting yourself into the right alignment to receive what you're kind of seeking, right? So I just, definitely feel like this energy is probably going to be just a ramp up of that, especially because of, again, what is happening right now cosmically. So yeah, let's get into it and see what Spirit wants us to know. We have the Sun Goddess Liftoff. I open my senses to feel delicious pleasure and passion. Definitely. I feel like the sacral chakra is very ignited right now. I feel a lot more creative kind of in different ways than I really ever have. Plus, again, it's kind of just that lift off, right? Like I said, we've kind of been climbing that mountain, like think about a roller coaster, right? We've been climbing that mountain to kind of seeing around us being like, okay, you know, not really knowing what we're getting into, right? We're just planting all these energetic seeds and you can't visually see it. So it can be like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just putting fertilizer here and I hope it's working. But like the energy is lifting off. So the chakras are being very ignited, right? And that's why it's been also important to heal whatever chakras and whatever areas you need healed to make space for this new energy to come forward. We also have visionary. I chart the signs, stars, and symbols to craft magic. Yeah, so working again with this astrological time. So if you're part of my collective, you know, you probably are definitely really called to, you know, manifestation, right? And working with the moon cycles, or just kind of working with some type of astrology in general, right? And so this is kind of just more of a confirmation of the power that is happening right now. And whenever you see this, there's always something amazing happening to harness this energy, to trust that this energy is gonna give you more ability, right? And more space to do something with, because right now this is kind of the energy of let's get stuff done, right? Like, let's do this. You want this? All right, let's go. It can happen. And so it's kind of just about accepting, right? And surrendering to that energy to allow it to come forward. And because we've been clearing this space, right? That's a lot of what's been happening. That's what shadow work is. That's just in general what the collective has been doing really for the past like year, right? Is really clearing space and making space for new energy to come forward. Because if we were not in a certain alignment or a certain frequency, then we wouldn't be able to actually receive this higher frequency that we've been seeking. That makes sense. Let's see what else we got. We have surrender to the sweetness. Yeah, exactly. Pleasure, joy, and life. So this is all about also surrendering to the universe. And when you surrender and you kind of allow things to unfold, you've planted the seeds. We've already done all the nurturing. Now we're just sitting back and letting it grow. And this is where the trust comes in, right? And I think that's what Spirit is trying to get us to realize is you've put in the work and now you're going to start seeing that harvest. It's going to start showing up in your 3D reality, but enjoy, you know, the experience. It's not all about, you know, okay, I'm going to manifest this, I can get this, and then I'm going to go do this. And I think, you know, that's still a program that we are always going to be working on. Of it's not always work. It's not always hustle. It's not always what do I have to do next. Sometimes it really is just about enjoying the human experience and living in the moment and just kind of surrendering to it's okay. I can enjoy myself truly without feeling guilt, without feeling shame, without feeling all of these, you know, emotions that were plugged into us as a way of this is our culture, this is a hustle culture. So yeah, that's just kind of what I'm getting with that, is surrendering more to what life really has to offer and just taking a moment to breathe. Because when you do put yourself in a peaceful alignment and you kind of choose to just kind of sit back and see bliss, then you're going to see those things appearing into your reality much clearer than you would be able to if you were fogged up, kind of being like, oh my gosh, when's it coming? And trust me, I am part of this collective, so this is for me too. And this is exactly some of the teeter-tottering that I've been going through, is kind of learning how to surrender and just like kind of be is extremely difficult. But you know, I'm starting to kind of get the downloads about, you know, having manifestations really come through is about making space and putting yourself in that true alignment. It's not enough to just say I want this. You have to put yourself in that alignment to receive it. And that sometimes is just really kind of sitting back and not overthinking and not thinking what else do I need to be doing, what else should I be doing. So it's, yeah, that's really beautiful. We have child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Exactly, like I said, lots of cosmic energy. So if you're really called to that topic, I'm just spending time really educating myself. There's a specific card system that you can use to kind of channel the different star lineages. So I just want to learn everything. I'm definitely, you know, a knowledge seeker. So I definitely want to learn everything, but I will be bringing that type of content to my channel. So if that really calls to you, I think this is a confirmation for a lot of you that you have more knowledge that is going to be unlocked through exploring your star lineage and just exploring more of who you truly are and where source comes from, right? Because you are cosmic beings and they are you, right? They're collective consciousness. So it's really fascinating. And yeah, again, like just really feeling that cosmic energy. And then look at that, star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Yeah, if you're here, you are definitely part of a collective that holds a really deep level of wisdom. And that's kind of what's so beautiful about this collective energy that I feel presently is here. It's almost like like I said, it's souls and vibrations who are at this frequency of knowledge, of learning, because I teach you, you teach me. I teach you, you teach me. And we're just constantly sharing these codes of information and these different knowledge things, right? And so the more that this collective grows and the more that everything is growing, the more knowledge is coming through. And I think that's why cosmic is such a big part of this, because there's so much hidden knowledge, right? Or forgotten knowledge that we can access through so many different cosmic points, right? And so I think, it's just a confirmation that you hold a deeper level of knowledge that is, going to be, this collective is going to help unlock that, right? Being part of kind of learning more about the different vibrations that exist around you, but it's going to be everything around you, right? These are just going to be different catalysts that are going to transform this. I just can't believe this. Like just the, wow. Just like the cosmic energy is just nuts. Okay, let's see what else we got. We have the Palace of Wands. Yeah, so it's kind of about like that fire, right? It's almost like this card right back to the beginning. There's kind of this like ambition now. There's kind of like, and I think that's why, in contrast to this, there's this fire energy that we're like, okay, let's go, because we feel more ignited, right? We feel more kind of in our energy. We're starting to realize our greatness. And kind of what we're here to do, right? And how we're here to help people. So it can feel like, but why would I want to slow down when I'm starting to feel so great? But I mean, that's part of the experience, right? Is you want a duality of, you want to put that energy somewhere, but you also want to make sure that you stop to look at the beauty, because your third eye is going to be more and more open and see more and more beautiful things. So if you don't stop to look at it, then you'll miss it, right? And so yeah, that's just interesting, because it is a balance of energy there. I'm actually going to put those next to each other. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Wands. And I mean, look at this. To me, this is kind of all about what I was just talking about, that with like the kind of community aspect. You can see that he's kind of putting his wand like with these other wands, and they're kind of just like shooting off this light to each other. And I think it's just kind of confirming what I was just saying, right? When you kind of surround yourself with people who are in similar vibrations, you automatically just get encoded messages, right? You start to kind of connect to all of these familiar consciousness, because we're all a collective, right? The human species is all connected to source, right? Connected to one source of consciousness, and we do all affect each other. But it was kind of made as part of this whole contract that you come down and you experience many different group of souls or collectives, soul tribes, lots of different groups of other souls who align your vibration, because they'll share knowledge with you, they'll share experiences with you, they'll share all these different things with you that evolve you as a soul, right? And then you'll move on to another collective when that one no longer suits your vibration. It's just crazy, because this is kind of just what this is saying, right? It's kind of the power of everyone who surrounds you is continually helping you raise your frequency. And if you don't feel like the people in your life are doing that, outside of this collective, then this is a message that it's important to start surrounding yourself with people who make you feel uplifted, okay? Just reminding you to give your energy to things that are continuing to raise your frequency, not lower it. You don't want to surround yourself with low vibrational beings, as part of your emotional support or part of your huge circle, because then you're always going to start vibing low, and then you can't invite these things in, right? These manifestations in. So yeah, it's just kind of all about community, right? And it's about finding people that you spark with, right? That make you feel ignited like this. Yep. And then we have the And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so yeah, this is kind of about, it's really that we've been planting those seeds, okay? You've been planting the seeds of manifestation. You've been planting all of these self kind of focused seeds. And I think it's been feeling like, well, nothing's been coming. It's been months, and maybe if you're like me, you kind of have this feeling like something's about to happen, but it's like, oh, maybe not yet, what? And so, I've just been getting a lot of downloads lately about making sure that you're aligning your vibration to what you're asking for, right? And that's kind of where the gratitude comes in, and that's where kind of seeing all the beautiful things that already exist in your life, and just kind of whatever you need to do to align that vibration. But it's going to be different for everyone, in different timelines, but that could be if you've been feeling like some of your manifestations have been stuck. Know that they're actually like ready to come to you, right? You just have to make sure that you're getting yourself in this frequency where you can connect to your highest self, right? You can connect to these different parts of your lost intelligence, right? You can have the space to allow that to come in, right? You can be at the frequency to allow that to come in, as well as your manifestations. It's just kind of reaching that frequency and putting yourself in a higher vibration. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like this, right? Like this is what you've been working on, right? This is what you've been working towards. This is what we've all been kind of investing in. Lots of movement, lots of hard work, and no seeds, maybe a few seeds here and there starting to sprout, but nothing has really come to fruition yet. And so this is kind of just a confirmation that trust Spirit, okay? Trust what is happening right now, and know that things are ready for you, okay? Just get yourself in the right vibration, get yourself in the right alignment. What is it that you need to do to make sure that you are receiving and open to receiving? Because you really have to look at this as energy. I got an interesting kind of image today about kind of understanding that your environment really is a projection of what you've manifested into your life, right? And so think this is an interesting analogy, but this is just what I saw earlier in the way to explain it. And so think about, your reality right now as like a hologram, just for example, okay? We're just kind of going with this visual aspect. So let's say you had like a treasure box in the middle of your room where if you opened it, you could kind of create different projections, right? And so you need to think about, closing your kind of visual reality to, okay, what do I want to align to? And it's really just kind of thinking about making the space to allow that energy now to come forward and meet that space. But that analogy is just interesting, and just kind of a way to look at it is that it really is just energy. It's just energy moving through, and you control the energy. And so if you're in, mindsets of fear, and again, I'm with you guys, this is where I'm at too, dealing with mindsets of fear, dealing with limiting belief systems, right? Limiting mindsets, all these different things are kind of keeping this energy going like this, right? Because we're not aligned to our full frequency. So just take it as it resonates for those of you who may be struggling with the manifestation piece. That could give you some kind of more insight into why, and just know that what you want to manifest really is out there. And then we have the Tower in reverse. Yeah, and see, this is exactly it. The Tower moments have really come to a close, right? We've made a ton of energetic space, which is why we planted those seeds, right? Because we were able to do that. So because of going through all the Tower moments and letting all those things fall away, we're coming into alignment to attract the right people into our life, to attract the people who are meant to help us succeed in more ways than one, right? To help us remember who we are, to share this forgotten knowledge of being like, wow, new ways of seeing things, new ways of looking, new ways of doing things. So this is a lot of empowerment. I love this. Let's see what else we have. We have Lovers. The cosmic union is destined for greatness. Yeah, so, there's definitely kind of some love energy here too. So again, like I said, it's about attracting people who are in your alignment. So if some of you, are manifesting a soulmate or, you know, a sacred union connection, then this is definitely, you know, a confirmation that this is going to be part of your experience, right? This is going to be part of you opening up this space, right? That's kind of like the biggest theme that I've been getting lately as far as downloads is learning about energetic space and just learning about space in general. Making space for things, making space for other people. That's why honoring self is so important, and honoring what you need so you can actually make space for people, right? And make space for other souls. But you have to make space for yourself. So I've been learning so much about that. And so when you make space in your heart, right, and you make space emotionally and physically and just in general, right, whatever you needed to do, then you invite that energy in, right? You become in that alignment. Beautiful. And then we have the triple star grid align. I connect and align with my higher consciousness. Exactly. So, you know, you're entering a stage of higher consciousness, right? Higher awareness. You're going to be, again, unlocking deeper wisdom that you possess, deeper wisdom that is meant to be shared to other people within your own collective, other people that you interact with, right? Other souls that are just kind of seeking these encoded messages, right? Because you may not even know that what you're speaking is actually giving someone these codes. Like, you have no idea, right? And sometimes people's energy can even just set off some different kind of alignment for someone else. You literally are just a walking catalyst, right? And so that's the thing, is align with your highest purpose, align with your highest self, and just kind of surrender more to the universe and allow those manifestations to come forward. Because as you're stepping into the manifestations and as you're stepping into that higher alignment and you're kind of surrendering, that's when this stuff starts happening, right? You start kind of getting more intuition downloads of who you really are, getting the knowledge that you need to really kind of tap into this higher level of consciousness. Wow. And then we have the moonstone star passion. I am entering a portal of euphoric love. Wow. Yeah, you know, absolutely. We kind of just talked about that, right, with these cards. There's definitely some love here. So there might be more messages, you know, in your little mini group on that specifically for you. But yeah, it definitely seems like and we talked about the sacral chakra, right? So kind of passion, right? And that's really this energy of cosmically, right? There's just a lot of like passion. There's like a lot of just like kind of fiery energy, right? And so there's definitely like love here, which is awesome and so exciting. And then the last card we have is the mirror, reflect. I hold the mirror up to see and accept and love all of me. Exactly. When you're in the alignment of realizing that you're a beautiful soul who's here to serve a really big purpose, right? A beautiful purpose. But that you can also enjoy life, right? You can also enjoy the human experience. You don't need to always be in the mindset of let's go. And I'm guilty of this, right? It's about making sure that you're honoring self and making that space available for you so that you have the space to learn more about yourself or things that you're interested in. But you also have the space for other people, okay? So just make sure that you're always looking at what you need energetically and how you're feeling, right? Is your cup really full? Is it empty, right? Think about what you're really needing. Just bring awareness to the present situation, right? Kind of surrender to that current moment and just assess. Take a few minutes to say, how am I feeling in this moment? And whatever is popping into your head, your intuition is blasting off for you, okay? So awesome. This is beautiful. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into a close-up of these three little decks, and then we'll get straight into your little readings, and then we'll kind of come back for a closed-off message and just some last messages. Okay, so let's jump straight into the close-up of the mini groups. All right, so here's a close-up of the decks. We have pile 1. This is the amethyst. Pile 2. This is flame aura quartz. this is pile 3. This is fluorite. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys 30 seconds to meditate, just really connect to each one of these decks. And then we'll jump straight into the individual reading, and then make sure you come back for just the closing kind of messages for this reading. Hopefully that gave you guys a moment to meditate with those crystals. Timestamps are listed down below for your groups, and we'll see you back here. All right, group 1, welcome to your reading. So let's get continued messages then for you with this collective message. What else do you need to know about this message? So let's jump straight into it. We have the Oracle forecast. I am the Oracle. My intuitive insights flow freely. So you're going to get a lot of intuition downloads. So expect it within the next couple of months, right? Like if you haven't already been getting them, you're going to be getting them. So an Oracle really is just what I'm doing, right? They use some type of tool to get messages from divine. So you have that ability, right? Spirit talks to you. You know, your galactic lineage could be talking to you, right? Giving you messages. But you definitely are going to be getting so many intuition downloads, and that is definitely in alignment with kind of this higher consciousness, right? That the collective is going to be really stepping into. And then we also have the Temple, home. I no longer search outside of myself for home. You've worked really hard on your self-love. You've developed such a sense, and that's probably why you have the space to really open up your intuition. You've done a lot of self-work. You've done a lot of acceptance work of I accept who I am. So when you really think about making space, because because some of your energy is no longer given to, you know, how you would talk to yourself, right? Or ways that you would look at yourself, or seeking, you know, outside validation, or seeking outside, you know, companionship, right? All these things that you've really been working on now has made space for your soul to really come through and speak, right? Because you've put yourself in a higher alignment. Wow. The storyteller, intention. I am the narrator of my life. Your manifestation powers are also very powerful right now. You see things really clearly with the amethyst. So use that to your ability. Because you're in this alignment, Spirit is just wanting you to know that your manifestations can really come through right now. Okay, so believe that it's possible and keep yourself in that vibrational alignment. So if you're asking for financial freedom, then you better act like you already have it, right? In the sense that when you put yourself more in, you know, this gratitude vibrational alignment, you're putting yourself in the alignment of this is how I would act if I actually had this, right? So it's just about act like it's already happened. And I know it's harder to do, you know, like trust me, like I haven't really quite figured out how to make it exactly fit in my life, and I'm still working on it. But it's about just kind of figuring out different methods to kind of live in this mindset, right? If you have to put a bunch of fake bills, you know, on your wall or whatever, it's just kind of reminding yourself what you're wanting to manifest, and getting yourself in that mindset of I already have this, right? Yeah, that is beautiful. And then we have weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Yeah. So whatever you're still holding on to, right? If there is still mindsets that are lingering, you know, that don't have you in your highest alignment of seeing how great you are, right? Seeing your potential. If you don't consistently live in that alignment, then Spirit really wants you to kind of put focus, right? And put awareness on that area and say, okay. And you can also ask Spirit to come in, help transmute that mindset as well. But you have to ask for support. You can't just expect Spirit to come in and fix it, because they cannot violate your free will. So if you would like some assistance from Spirit, they're saying, please, like, let us know and we'll let it go. We'll help you let it go. right? Like just kind of setting up the boundaries that you need to honor self. Because again, you need to be in your highest alignment. So if you feel like your cup is empty, then you need to pull back and allow yourself to kind of fill back up. Especially with this image, right? Kind of her like, you know, in the water. Because it really is that. You have to make sure that you are not exerting your energy, otherwise you're not open to receive all of these higher alignment messages that are going to be coming to you. You won't be able to be in alignment to really hear them, right? To see them, if you don't have your energy cared for, right? Basically. And then we have Star Brothers, Horus energy protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Yeah, you are completely protected, right? You are divinely protected by your spiritual team. And so that's why they're saying, please use us for help. Use us for guidance. If you need protection, you know, around things, around different energies, if you're needing help with something, all you have to do is ask, because know you're connected to source, but you have the ability to have free will, so they can't just come in and do things for you. So I'm just really hearing that strongly, that rely and lay on, basically, right, your spiritual team, and say, please, like, help me, right? Help ground me, because they can help transmute that energy a lot faster, right? Because they can bring awareness to it. They can bring the focus to it to help you kind of move through the energy and allow that space to be open. Wow. And then we have the Fool. Yes. So this kind of new energy, right? This new level of consciousness is what you're entering. So I think that's why Spirit is kind of helping you transmute the rest of what is no longer serving you. Because when you kind of transmute that last bit, you're opening up that space, you're getting in your alignment, your manifestations are going to start coming through, right? You're going to be entering kind of this new level of awareness, this new level of consciousness. So the Fool in that mindset of, yeah, being able to see things from a whole new perspective. And then we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, there's still some pain that needs to be transmuted, right? There's still some mindsets that need to be transmuted. So definitely ask for Spirit to help bring your clarity there, especially with this amethyst, right? Help bring your awareness straight to the mindset, to the habit, to the person, to whatever it is that keeps your cup not filling up, right? That kind of makes you feel like you have to deplete your energy. Kind of feel like it's a person, but it may not be, but it's something that's just not allowing you to be at home, like at home for yourself, right? You don't feel like you have the space to even fill up your own cup. And so Spirit is saying that needs to be transmuted, because you need to always be honoring yourself, because you are such a catalyst for important information, right? As we talked about in the earlier message, you're a catalyst for really important information, so you need to have the space to transmute that, translate that, and transmute that. Okay, and then we have the Tree of Life. Yes, what I'm really just getting with this card is connectiveness, right? Interconnectiveness. Connecting back to a collective who makes you feel in alignment, again, who refills your cup. You shouldn't have your cup completely depleted by the end of being around someone, right? You should be able to put up boundaries without feeling guilt, without feeling shame, being like, hey, you know what, I'm actually gonna head out early or whatever. Honoring yourself shouldn't be like, oh, you know, it should be completely understood and supported and accepted. Okay, so I'm just kind of feeling like this interconnectedness, but definitely if you feel called to research more of the Tree of Life, I definitely recommend doing that. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pull some of these kind of map cards just to kind of give you almost like next steps. This is, you know, so far it just kind of seems like the message is just to kind of see lastly what's no longer serving you, and it's going to be pretty easy. Just allow Spirit to come in and help transmute that, right? To help you kind of set up those boundaries, to set up whatever you need to do to get yourself in the right alignment, and then you're really good to go. So, but we'll do that, and then this is just going to be a question for you. I want you to be able to take these insights and actually apply them. So this is going to be a question Spirit is asking you to really kind of sit with. It might help you with clarity on what you need to release as well. So, but let's start with this. What's next for group 1? Ooh. Okay. We have coming apart. Yeah, exactly. There's kind of illusions that you're going to be parting with, kind of limiting mindsets, right? Something that is just, again, like we've been talking about, just keeping you in this lower vibration. That's what's going to be releasing for you. Deep freeze, because maybe it's kind of felt like, it's almost like, I think this is just something that may not be very aware to you, right? Like it may not be very present. It might just be a kind of a part that is not really wanting to be seen, right? So it's almost this, it's almost the energy of like being in a freeze of you can't see me. I don't know why I'm getting that, but now there's going to be like a light shined on it for you to completely see it. And that's why I say it's going to be pretty easy. It's not going to be like another healing tower journey, right? It's going to be pretty easy. And that's why you ask Spirit for help, because they can help shine the light directly on like the mask, right? Or whatever it is that's kind of draining your energy and not having you in alignment. They can quickly shine the light so you can see it really clearly and fast and be like, okay, and you can quickly transmute it, and they can kind of help transmute it. Does that make sense? And then we have coming to life. Yeah, exactly. And then you're going to be entering this completely new energy, right? This energy is kind of just waiting like to burst through, right? This energy is waiting to come forward. And so when you are making the space for it, when you're getting into the alignment, then it's going to have the ability to come forward. And then you're going to get a lot more intuition downloads. You're going to get a lot more direction. Wow. Bottom of the deck, we have ghost lands. Yeah, so you're going to be letting something, you're going to be leaving something behind. Something that is just going to be part of your past that just is not going to, it's not in your vibration anymore, okay? It's not in your alignment, and that's why Spirit is saying it needs to be removed so that things that are in your alignment can come forward and you can be receiving what you need to be receiving. Okay. And then I just want to pull a question card then. So this is kind of just what Spirit wants you to ponder with, you know, whatever else you need to release. This is just the question that Spirit wants you to kind of sit with regarding all this information. And the question is, what am I expecting? What am I expecting? So this could really come into whatever does kind of drain your energy. Spirit wants you to really think about that relationship, or that thing, right? It doesn't have to be a person, but it's something, whatever is draining your energy. Think about all these things in your life that do make you feel kind of tired after, or make you just feel negative, or don't lift you up. Think about, what are you expecting from that relationship, from that thing, from that situation? And because I think what Spirit is trying to get you to ponder is to really just kind of see what your real expectations are and know why it doesn't serve you anymore, right? But really sit with it and really sit with this question and kind of think, and you can do like a voice recording, you can do a video recording, you can journal, however you feel called to answer this question. Spirit just wants you to ponder with this, okay? So that's your collective message. So head back to the video to just get any last messages and just kind of a closeout of the reading. So I'll see you back. All right, group 2, welcome to your reading. Let's see what messages Spirit has for you, kind of more regarding this collective message. And then I'll pull some kind of next steps cards for you, and then Spirit also has a question for you to ponder with. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know. We have the inner temple, life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. So I think this is already about kind of reaching almost an alignment with your shadow. So I have really gotten a lot of downloads about thinking about the shadow as the mind, because the ego is actually just a part of the mind that can be really influenced by the shadow, or even the soul, right? So the ego is kind of flexible between the two, but it doesn't have its own consciousness. Same with the shadow in the mind, right? The shadow doesn't possess its own consciousness. It's only trying to keep the human vessel alive. That's its only job, right? So, but having a relationship almost between the two. And it's about really having awareness of knowing when your shadow is speaking and knowing when your higher self is speaking, okay? And so you have to really be in the present moment of what intuition downloads, what thoughts are coming through, what mindsets are occurring when things happen, and really kind of evaluate, because it's almost like spirit just wants you to bring awareness to the two sides. Now your soul should be the one in control, right? Your soul is the one in the driver's seat. That's the consciousness, right? The human vessel is just the vessel, right? But it's very powerful. The human is very powerful. The mind is extremely powerful. And so that's kind of really what I'm getting with this, is you're kind of going within to almost ally your shadow to make, to not see it as a victim, right? To not see it as a demon, right? Like something that's bad, right? It's almost just about being like, okay, I understand what your purpose is, and now I'm going to kind of allow that to come, because that voice will always speak up, right? It will say, don't do this, or it will kind of try to guide you to do things that are, you know, self-serving or whatever that is. And you're just going to be able to assess, because your higher self or self is going to be the one in the driver's seat. That's just interesting. That's what I'm getting with that card. And then we have the sacred orchard, co-create. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. Co-create. Exactly. There's a lot of like almost co-creation that just happens again when you're in alignment with yourself, when you're in alignment with all these different areas of yourself, and you kind of really understand, okay, this is my mind, this is my ego, this is kind of the mindsets that come from this area. You can also think of it as like sub-personalities. A lot of these things are created unconsciously as you observe the world. Usually as a kid is when a lot of these occur. And so you can kind of bring balance to those once you bring awareness to them, right? So knowing how to just kind of work with those different parts of yourself, it kind of just seems that it brings you into like this gratitude, or kind of just this knowing, just this connection of really being connected to yourself. That's what I'm getting. And that's with like co-creation, right? And then of course you're co-creating with spirit as well. But there's a lot of like just recognizing work that spirit wants you to just be focusing on for yourself, of just kind of seeing yourself really clearly and seeing the beauty within it, right? And that every piece of your human vessel is beautiful. And then we have the universal midwife birth. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. Yeah, and see, I think the reason why spirit wants you to kind of see these other sides of you is really beautiful, is because they will be allies, because you'll be able to really connect to other people's energy. You'll be able to kind of be able to understand people on a deeper level, because you'll be able to kind of almost recognize, right, when their higher self is present. Energetically, you'll be able to just kind of help raise their vibration. You just have like this nurturing energy, and that's why knowing yourself is so important, and seeing yourself as completely whole and beautiful, and not every part of you is welcomed, because you can kind of bring that mindset to other people. But it's also just about kind of, as you're stepping into these different kind of parts of yourself, and you're getting to know yourself, and you're in alignment with yourself, you're going to be able to abundance, right? Like a lot of blessings are coming your way, and you'll be able to just birth manifestations, right? Things coming your way. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's see what else we got. We have unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yeah, see, I think like maybe, you know, something about a past life, the shadow was really in control, right? Or something like that, because the shadow and just kind of aligning with these parts of yourself seem to be so like prominent. So it's almost like there's just been something that you're healing, old mindsets and ancestral patterns and soul patterns that have occurred based on seeing these different aspects of ourselves as weak, as you know, not powerful, right, is demonized in some way, right, just not with love, not with acceptance. And so that's almost like what you're releasing. You're releasing this limiting mindset of being like, no, all parts of this human vessel are beautiful, and all the parts of how my brain works are beautiful. Powerful. We have lost land, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Okay, so definitely past lives, right? You've definitely had multiple reincarnations, and I think that's why you're now at a point of consciousness where you're being able to actually see these different parts of the human mind, right? Something that maybe your past lives, the consciousness wasn't available at the time, right? And now you've reached that incarnation where you're hitting a really deep level of consciousness, right? And that's kind of what we talked about in the collective message. This really deep knowledge is going to start emerging because we're making space, right? And so you're making a lot of space by just accepting yourself. You're releasing old patterns. Even if you're not aware of it, you're literally healing trauma, past life trauma. Big picture thinking, visionary, inspired ideas. Exactly. You're gonna be a visionary for something, and it's because you can speak through your experience. Big picture thinking, right? You're just gonna be able to understand and speak to people because you know just these deep parts of yourself, so you'll be able to see it in other people, and you'll just be able to really help people and inspire people. And yeah, I just keep like getting visionary though, because there's something I think you're gonna birth. Like there's like a new way of thinking, a new system, for some reason, right? Something new that only you have the knowledge. You're meant to kind of bring that to fruition, right? That's really what I'm getting. Oh, that is so beautiful. I kind of want to see the tarot cards. Yeah, have faith. Have faith in yourself, right? And continue to have faith that this is a confirmation of more of your soul mission, really, of what you're here to do, right? You're gonna birth something that no one's ever seen before. You're a visionary, so have faith in whatever intuition downloads you're gonna start getting and receiving. Have faith that those are coming from a higher source. And we have the Page of Coins, yeah, Page of Pentacles, right? You're gonna be financially secure with this, right? And you're gonna be really just in this element of, again, abundance, because we have that here. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. You're just gonna feel so in alignment with yourself that you're just gonna be so ready to receive, so open to receiving. And then we have the Justice card. Yep, see now the scales are starting to even out, and the more that you come in alignment with yourself, the more that you accept every part of yourself, then the more that those scales are ready to even out, right? And you're gonna be in complete alignment, and everything is gonna be coming to you. And it's gonna be, again, it's just about making space for this intuition downloads to come through, for you to get these visionary ideas, and just trust what is coming through. Whew. All right, let's just get some kind of next steps, and then Spirit has a question for you to ponder on. Okay. What next steps do you have for group number 2? Next steps for group number 2. Okay. We have a dry desert. So I think, this kind of just reminds me of the energy of kind of just, it's almost like just reliving the same story, right? Reliving the same situation, which is what you've come here to break, right? Because you've reincarnated here before, and you've had to kind of face these mindsets or face this non-acceptance of self so many times that it's kind of just felt like you're walking through a desert. That's just what I'm getting with this. So kind of the next step is, again, just bringing awareness. Now kind of choosing to see, in this desert, choosing to see, okay, I'm looking at my every part of myself clearly, right? And just allow each part of yourself, each part of your shadow, each part of your mindsets to kind of come forward to you clearly, so that you can bring the awareness to it and know that you can dispel what doesn't serve you anymore. And you can accept, these parts of yourself, right? With no shame, with no guilt, with nothing, so that you can really allow this energy to come forward. And then we have talisman. Yeah, there's like just kind of magic vibes here, right? And so it's kind of more like again, you're going to be a catalyst for a new visionary idea, and working with your manifestation powers, right? And working with your energy is going to be so important. That's why Spirit just wants you to get in full alignment with accepting every part of yourself, so that you can realize how great you are and realize what's coming through to you is going to be something no one's ever heard of. And then we have Golden Palace at the bottom of the deck. Taken care of, right? Abundance is going to come to you being in this alignment. Absolutely. Woo-wee. All right, so now Spirit has a question for you. So this is just going to be a question that might help you kind of get to this next stage, right? Be able to really just reach a place of acceptance. This is just a question to really ponder with, and just kind of help you eliminate what no longer serving you. That one flipped over, so I'm gonna leave it out, but I'm still gonna. So this one came out, what am I expecting? Yeah, so think about, you know, with, it could be almost like what, I guess what Spirit is trying to say is like, what are you expecting from yourself, right? What expectations do you have for yourself? Like, oh, this is going to be good enough, or, you know, this is fine. I don't mind walking through the desert. It's fine. You know, it's what are you choosing to accept in your life? Okay. And is it up to your true standard? Are you selling yourself short? I think that's what Spirit is saying with that. But here's kind of the question they want you to ponder. Who can help? Who can help get you into alignment to help you kind of see who you really are? Who can help you do that? Could be your spiritual team. It could be, you know, a collective, you know, friends, right? To kind of help you see these different parts of yourself and accept them. It can be, you know, maybe figuring out different ways to see yourself. However it's going to resonate with you, Spirit just wants you to take time to really ponder this, right? And really sit with it. Who can help me get to where I want to be? Because it's also okay to ask for help. So it could be also seeing someone who can help you eliminate limiting mindsets maybe as well, right? Some kind of spiritual healer, it could be a therapist, it could be really anything that calls to you, but someone could be of guidance to you. Okay, so we have what am I expecting and who can help me? So group 2, this is your collective message. So head back to the video for just an ending closing message. But let me know what you think of this down below. All right, group 3, welcome to your reading. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know regarding this collective message. So I'll pull some of these cards to kind of give us next steps, as well as Spirit has a question for you that will kind of help you with this situation. Okay. So we have the Holy Child Starseed. I am a divine child of the universe. Yeah, definitely really digging into your galactic heritage, right? Your starseed lines is, I think, just going to bring you a lot of peace and a lot of almost feeling of belonging, right? So Spirit is just kind of giving you that confirmation that if you've been feeling drawn towards that concept lately, that it's time to really start leaning into that and start exploring and start really kind of figuring out what resonates. You know, there's some information, but there's not like a ton, right? And so you kind of just have to watch a bunch of different things and look into some books, right? And just kind of really see what calls to you, but just take that as it resonates. But you're definitely part of a strong galactic heritage. The Amazon Queen battle. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. Exactly. That's what starseeds are, right? Here to kind of help with a specific mission, right? We all came from different star systems, all root from different galactic heritages that all still come from the same source, but we're all still from different places who chose to come fight for human, right? For the human experience, for the human species. So that's more of just a confirmation of this is part of your soul mission. And then we have the Star Daughters dance. I dance, sing, and play with my sisters at sunset. That's so awesome. If you're not already in alignment with the soul tribe, you're going to be coming into one. Like, this is just more beautiful energy to kind of just almost bring you a sense of peace. So just kind of, again, like, sit back and allow Spirit to work for you now, right? It kind of seems like for you guys to just enjoy things, to just enjoy life, to just enjoy what's coming, because you've done already a lot of battles and now Spirit is bringing stuff to you. Wow. The 7 star sisters, breathing creation's tapestry of life expression. The star daughters, right? Like just this kind of feminine, it doesn't have to be feminine, but it's just kind of this loving and acceptance energy. So if you haven't, and now that's 2 cards, right? So if you haven't come into this in the 3D quite yet, then you will, right? These people are going to start coming into your life because you're in the right alignment, allowing yourself to connect to these people who are on the same frequency as you. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything aligned must go. Yeah, so you have, I think, a very clear sense, right? You're able to really see things clearly in your life and be able to really look at it and say, okay, does this resonate with me anymore? You know, yeah, no, kind of really filling it out. And so you can really see past the veil, and that's why you are now in this alignment to have these really powerful members of your soul tribe come forward. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Yeah, exactly. So you're here to help raise the collective consciousness, to help raise the human species, right? To kind of aid in the shift. That's definitely a confirmation, right? You're here holding this vision for Earth. That's what you are here to do. And so, but just sit back and enjoy the human experience while Spirit is bringing you the tools, the resources, the support, whatever you're manifesting. Spirit is bringing that to you. So just kind of sit back and enjoy the human experience and allow Spirit to work for you. Yeah, look at that. Ready for a new kind of adventure, right? Ready for a new energy. You've kind of moved on from this past energy. You've been able to be like, this is not serving me anymore. I can feel like there's something better out there. I can feel like there's something greater. And so you've taken that step forward to put yourself in this alignment, which is so beautiful, group 3. Like, you're definitely in the right alignment that Spirit needs you to be in order to get the manifestations and everything that you've been seeding, right? And then we have the Death card. Yeah, this has all been put to rest. Like, this is just a confirmation of all the work that you've been doing. Okay, know that the work you've been doing has put you in this alignment, and now it's kind of time to celebrate. It's time to start enjoying the fruits of those really hard labors. It's not easy to do that much healing. Oh my gosh, beautiful. And then we have the 7 of Cups. Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of things coming your way. Okay, again, we have like the 7 star sisters, like 7 energy going on, right? Like a lot of options are going to be coming your way in the form of abundance, in the form of different opportunities, in the form of different, people. And so just make sure that you're taking the time to really evaluate it and allow your intuition to kind of speak and say, okay, how am I feeling about this? This is so beautiful, group 3. I'm so happy for you guys and so glad that you have invested so much into yourself and worked so hard on releasing and healing what you needed to. Okay, what are steps for group 3? What are next steps? What are next steps for group number 3? Quite a few for you. These are cards. Okay, hold on. Next steps. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have making a choice. Exactly, you're gonna have a lot of options come to you. So just take your time to make a choice. Don't feel like you have to rush into any choice. Just sit with it and allow your intuition to really kind of speak upon it, right? So you're gonna have a lot of different choices to make. And don't worry about making the wrong one either, okay? Again, follow your intuition. It's gonna guide you. Don't fear that, what if I make the wrong decision? You're not going to make the wrong decisions. A lot of beautiful things are coming your way and you can make whatever decision you want, right? So that's definitely a confirmation a lot is coming your way. Storm fields. Yeah, so, I think it's about you're selling away from this energy. So just make sure that if there is storms that appear, and there will be, that you just take shelter, right? In the sense of when your shadow wants to come forward, right? Or you have limiting mindsets that come forward, or fear, or whatever it is. It's just about bringing awareness to it and kind of feeling into it and letting it pass, right? That's just kind of what I'm getting with this, is don't allow yourself to become ungrounded, because it's okay to not always be, you know, in this kind of state of, oh my gosh, you know, joy and happiness, because all emotions are beautiful and all emotions are part of the human experience. And so they all deserve to be seen, but they don't want to, you know, uproot you. So I think that's just what Spirit is saying. And then rock bottom. Yeah, you've come from rock bottom. This is just kind of a confirmation of now choices are coming to you. So allow those choices to come forward, because you've come a long ways. You've literally come from rock bottom, and you've worked so hard to get yourself to get yourself to this place that Spirit is just saying, just be, you know, so happy with all the different options that are coming your way, and just allow yourself to bask in it. So now let's see if Spirit, let's see a question Spirit has for you. Look at that. Okay, so yeah, this is just a Spirit, this is just a question that Spirit wants you to kind of just sit with, right? And really think about, okay, what do I need to focus on? So the question is, what do I really want? Which I think is perfect here, right? Because it's really thinking about a lot is coming your way, and a lot of choices are coming your way. So I think Spirit is saying, think about what you really want, so that you won't be thrown off guard by the many like options that are going to be coming your way. You won't be kind of being like, I don't even know what to choose. Okay, so I think that's why Spirit is saying, think about what you really want. So when these options come forward, you'll know what's in your perfect alignment, what your intuition is really guiding you to do. So think about all the things that you've been wanting to change in your life, and be like, okay, so sorry about that, group 3, my camera died right at the end there. So yeah, anyway, so your question to really ponder with is, what do I really want? And again, I think it's because Spirit is trying to just kind of prepare you so that you don't feel overwhelmed by all the options that are going to be coming into your life, which is so beautiful. So thank you so much, group 3. Head back to the reading to just get some closing messages. So I'll see you back there. All right, so welcome back from your individual readings. I hope that gave you kind of more clarity on kind of specifically what Spirit wants you to know with this collective message. So now I just kind of want to get some kind of last pieces of information from Spirit, just kind of around this message and just anything else that Spirit wants to say. So I'm actually going to pull more of these cards. And yeah, I'll just kind of close this out. But this has been pretty amazing. Doing every group was just kind of amazing to see how it really connects to this and what's really happening right now. And it's just so beautiful to see the consciousness, right, is just rapidly growing so fast. And that is just so beautiful. So, Spirit, what else would you like us to know? What else would you like us to know? What else would you like us to know? Thank you. Okay, we have Earth pulsing. Pulse of Mother, slow down, time and nature. Exactly. Surrender to the sweetness, right? We're definitely being encouraged by Spirit to just kind of take a time out and just kind of take a breath and just enjoy more of the moment, right? We're making space. We're allowing some beautiful things to come forward. So just allow yourself to live more in the moment. And then empathetic starseed, absorbing what's not yours. Yeah, keeping your energy really protected and aware, right? Making sure that you have boundaries where you need them, where you're doing things that you need to do to honor your energy, to make sure that you are in the alignment to get into these huge, like really huge consciousness alignment, right? Like this energy is big. Carrying this energy is big, right? And that's why Spirit is saying it's gonna feel like a lift off, right? And that's why anything else that needs to be unaligned or that is not aligned is going to be released to allow this deeper level of consciousness and this deeper level of knowledge to come forward. And then we have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth. Yes, study, higher learning. Definitely going to be getting some really strong downloads, right, of knowledge. Going to be learning just so many new things. And this is just part of why you decided to reincarnate during this time, to help with this huge mission that we have here on Earth. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Exactly, your life should be very joyous, right? Your life should be blissful. That's part of the human experience. That's what Spirit wants for you. Spirit doesn't want you to be spending your time doing anything, again, that feels like work, that feels like this is fine. Like, Spirit wants your life to be joyous, to be blissful, to be everything. All right, Spirit, what lastly would you like us to know with this collective message? What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Okay, so the first card that flew out is Follow the Leader, which is absolutely beautiful because it's about following Spirit. It's about following your highest alignment. It's about following yourself, right? You are the leader, and it's about keeping yourself in that high energy of knowing who you truly are. Also following people who make you feel uplifted, right? Following your collective. Beautiful. And then we have the Golden Palace. Just being so connected, right, to, again, your higher alignment is going to allow so much manifestation and abundance to come through that it's going to be like dripping through, right? It's going to be truly overflowing cup, that Ace of Pentacles that we saw, right? Just like overflowing, just the King, just feeling so abundant because we're in this energy. And then we have Stuck in the Mud. Yeah, this is kind of, I think, where our energy has been. And I hope this has been, you know, an awareness catalyst for you to be like, okay, I'm ready to, you know, accept this and move forward with this energy. Because getting, you know, in alignment will get us out of the mud, right? Because we've still been moving. We've just been moving slower because we've been, you know, still stuck in limiting mindsets or whatever the case is for you. But we're now finally coming out of the mud, right? And being able to just really almost fly, right? Just fly away and be like, whew. Okay. I feel like Spirit has a little bit more to say. What else would you like us to know, Spirit? What are your last messages for the collective? Okay. We have magic prayer. Okay, yeah, make my life a moving prayer, right? Like, talk to Spirit. Okay, talk to the universe and let them know what you need. Again, they can't violate your free will, so they can't come in and make things happen for you, right? You have to allow and be ready to receive things. So if you need guidance, if you need help, if you need healing, whatever you need, ask Spirit to come in and help. They can transmute that energy and put the light on the situation that you need clarity on. And then we have Come Together. Yeah, and come together with the people who make you feel uplifted. Come together with the love that's going to be coming in your life. Just allow yourself to really bask in the love that is going to be surrounding you, that does surround you. And living in that vibration and that energy is going to open up everything that we've been talking about. And then we have goblins. Yeah, you know, just for some of you, you know, in the collective, there's still some kind of energy suckers, right, in your life. And that could be a person or a thing or an environment, whatever it is. But there's still something, you know, for some of the collective that is still stealing your energy. So again, that's this reading helped bring awareness to maybe what that could be for some of you so that you can get it cleared and get yourself in this alignment for sure. And then the last message we have is Heal the Ouch. Yeah, so cute to look at it. So this is just about if there is anything that needs to be healed, please ask for Spirit's help, because Spirit is here to protect you. Spirit is here to help you, and they want you to be in this higher alignment. They want you to get all these beautiful things that are coming to you. And so in order to do that, right, they need you to be at that vibration. So just ask for their assistance in healing, and they'll come be this cute little raccoon, and they'll make sure that you're taken care of. Okay, there we go. Didn't even have to see it. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. What a perfect card to end this reading. So this is the collective message for, the next month or so. I'm going to be heading to Oregon, the Redwoods, spending a lot of time in nature, just kind of transmuting old energy, as well as accepting new energy from kind of galactic sources is going to be my intention, and just really working with nature. So when I return, I'll film another collective message, and we'll kind of get some updates with that energy. But I'm sending you guys so much love and light as you move forward with this really powerful energy, and know you got this. You're never alone. You're always supported, and you're so loved. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next reading.